In our quest to map the heavens, humanity has discovered hundreds of thousands of asteroids, each one tumbling through space, ancient and enigmatic. But have you ever wondered how these cosmic rocks got their names? Why do we call them Ceres, Vesta, or Pallas? What do goddesses, heroes, and even fictional characters have to do with space science? Welcome back to Infinity Beyond. Today, we explore the fascinating intersection between mythology and astronomy, and how the names of asteroids reveal more about us than about the rocks themselves. When astronomers first began discovering asteroids in the early 1800s, they quickly ran into a challenge. What do you call these strange new worlds? Planets already had names rooted in Roman mythology: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and so on. So when Giuseppe Piazzi discovered the very first asteroid in 1801, he followed tradition and named it Ceres after the Roman goddess of agriculture. Ceres wasn't just a random choice. In mythology, Ceres was the protector of grain and fertility, deeply revered in Roman culture. Piazzi chose the name in honor of Sicily, where he lived, an island known for its fertile lands. Soon after, as more asteroids were found, the mythological trend continued. The second discovered asteroid was named Pallas, after Pallas Athena, the Greek goddess of wisdom and war. Then came Juno, queen of the gods, Vesta, goddess of the hearth, and Astrea, goddess of justice. Each of these early discoveries echoed the grandeur of ancient legends. These were not just floating rocks, they were celestial monuments named after powerful female deities. And for good reason. Astronomers at the time believed they might be discovering new planets. As the number of known asteroids grew, however, astronomers began to run out of major mythological names. So they expanded deeply. Asteroids began to be named after mythical heroes, like Achilles, Hector, and Odysseus. Then came muses, nymphs, and even spirits from Norse, Hindu, Egyptian, and Celtic traditions. One striking example is 433 Eros, named after the Greek god of love. When it was discovered in 1898, it was the first near-Earth asteroid ever found. Appropriately enough, Eros would come very close to Earth, an intimate cosmic dance, fitting for a god associated with desire and proximity. But not all names stayed in the realm of myth. As time passed, asteroid naming got a little weirder. In the 20th and 21st centuries, scientists were allowed more freedom in naming celestial bodies. Today, you'll find asteroids named after Mozart, Beethoven, and Bach, celebrating music; Albert Einstein and Marie Curie, honoring science; Mr. Spock, Luke Skywalker, and even James Bond. Yes, really. There's an asteroid named 2309 Mr. Spock. Not directly after the Star Trek character, but after the discoverer's cat, who was named Spock after the character. The International Astronomical Union has since banned naming space objects after pets, but the name stuck. And in recent years, some asteroids have been named after social figures and cultural icons. For instance, there's 3028 Denzel for Denzel Washington, 274301 Wikipedia, and 51985 Kirby, named after the famous video game character. But how does the naming process work? Once an asteroid is discovered and its orbit is well defined, it receives a provisional designation, something like 2025 AB4. Once confirmed, the discoverer gets the honor of suggesting a name. However, the final approval lies with the International Astronomical Union, IAU. Their guidelines are surprisingly specific. For example, names should be 16 characters or fewer. They shouldn't be offensive or too similar to existing names. Political or military figures must be dead for at least 100 years, unless they're culturally significant beyond politics. This system creates a unique cultural mirror. Every asteroid named tells us something about what we value at that point in history. In a way, The asteroid belt is a skybound library of humanity's icons, from ancient goddesses to modern artists. Let's go back to 16 Psyche, the metallic asteroid we explored earlier. Named after the Greek goddess of the soul, Psyche represents human emotion, inner strength, and transformation. A fitting name for a body that could reveal the deepest layers of planetary cores. Then there's 19955 Bennu, the target of NASA's OSIRIS-REx mission. This asteroid was named by a 9-year-old boy in a NASA contest. He chose the name after the Egyptian deity Bennu, a bird associated with rebirth and creation. The choice was symbolic. The spacecraft, like the Bennu bird, was collecting material to bring life-giving knowledge back to Earth. It's poetic, isn't it? In many ways, naming asteroids is our way of taming the unknown. It's an ancient instinct. By naming something, we give it identity, meaning, and a place in our story. Through these names, we also create a bridge between science and storytelling. Because for all our advanced technology, we are still humans, still drawn to myth, still seeking patterns in the stars. Astronomy, after all, is not just about data. It's about wonder. It's about standing under the night sky and whispering stories about gods and monsters, music and love, heroes and history. And in the asteroid belt, scattered across millions of kilometers, those stories live on, written in the language of orbits and light. So the next time you hear the name of an asteroid, take a moment. Ask yourself, why that name? What does it mean? You might find a myth you've never heard, or a connection to someone who changed the world. Because up there, drifting in eternal silence, are pieces of our past and reflections of our culture, orbiting the sun like silent storytellers. In the next episode of Infinity Beyond, we'll take a sharp turn from mythology to menace as we explore how astronomers track dangerous asteroids and what planetary defense systems we're building to protect Earth from a potential impact. Don't miss it, and don't forget to subscribe and join us as we continue this voyage through the asteroid belt and into the mysteries beyond.